and welcome back. We've got a really important story to dive into, one that's emotional, complicated, and has people across the country talking. It's about the recent assassination of Charlie Kirk, the conservative activist and founder of Turning Point USA. This tragedy has shaken a lot of people, and as we head toward his memorial service in Arizona, there are big conversations happening about political violence, free speech, and what his legacy means moving forward. So, let's break this down together. Charlie Kirk was killed while speaking at Utah Valley University during a Turning Point event. Authorities say the suspect is a 22-year-old named Tyler Robinson from Utah who reportedly held a leftist ideology. Investigators have revealed some pretty chilling details. The FBI confirmed a DNA match between Robinson and items left at the scene, including a screwdriver and a towel that had been wrapped around the firearm. Apparently, after the shooting, Robinson tried to escape by jumping from a rooftop, running into nearby woods, and ditching the weapon before being caught. It's a dramatic and horrifying scene. And it raises a tough question. How does a young man get to the point of carrying out an act of violence like this? Is it purely ideology? Is it online radicalization? Or is it a mix of both? In the days since, the response has been massive. Turning Point USA has announced a memorial service at the Cardinals' NFL Stadium in Arizona this Sunday. Thousands are expected to gather, and people are already attending vigils across the country. In Phoenix, the ASU College Republicans registered hundreds of attendees for a vigil, and in Washington, D.C., a prayer service was held at the Kennedy Center. Even major donors are stepping up. Philanthropist Lynn Freese pledged $1 million to expand Turning Point USA chapters in Kirk's honor. That makes me wonder, do moments like this, as tragic as they are, actually energize movements instead of slowing them down? Is it possible that Kirk's death will only make his ideas and organization more powerful moving forward? Meanwhile, politics is playing a big role in the story. Vice President Vance is stepping in to host the Charlie Kirk Show as a tribute. White House advisor Stephen Miller has called the assassination part of a domestic terror movement, pointing to doxing, street violence, and the radicalization of activists online. And other world leaders, from Marco Rubio to Benjamin Netanyahu, are warning that political violence is a direct threat to democracy. Of course, it hasn't been without controversy. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar has faced backlash for comments she made following Kirk's death, with some lawmakers even calling for her to lose her committee assignments. And that's another thing worth thinking about. When tragedy strikes, should public figures be held to a higher standard for their words, or is it still important to defend freedom of speech, even if those words anger or offend others? On a personal level, a lot of young conservatives have been sharing stories about how Charlie Kirk influenced them, whether it was encouraging them to speak up on campus, embrace their faith, or get involved in politics. His organization, Turning Point USA, seems to be experiencing renewed momentum, with new chapters forming and financial support flowing in. But at the same time, the assassination has sparked a bigger, national reflection. If disagreements in America are increasingly spilling into violence, where does that leave us? How do we disagree passionately about ideas without dehumanizing each other? And maybe most importantly, how do we stop young people from being drawn into extremism, whether it's from the left or the right? It's clear that Charlie Kirk's legacy won't just be about his activism while alive, but also about what comes next, how his movement continues, how his opponents respond, and how America deals with the bigger problem of polarization. So, I want to hear from you. Do you think this moment will change the way people talk to each other across the political divide? Or will it just push both sides further apart? Let's have a real conversation down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give it a like, share it with a friend who might be interested, and don't forget to subscribe for more thoughtful updates on the stories shaping our world. Stay safe, take care of each other, and I'll see you in the next one.